from the second city of Chicago. Head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from the Windy City. And he'll work this one past the 28-yard line. First carry now for Jameer Gibbs. He'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop it back behind the line. It's second down. It's gone. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 3rd and 6. From the gun. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Play action. Goff. That'll be fun. It's Jameer Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back, 8 to 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will run up. Incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He is stopped in his tracks. Lost for a couple on the play.
He stepped out now from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. Quick slap taken in by Amara. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys. Drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone. Because it's 1st and goal.
The tight end, Sam McCoy, the intended receiver. And they'll bring up 2nd and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. You get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. You got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive. It's important.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Safe grab. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So after one, 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. this one away. He'll start at the 2. Get across the 20, mark him at the 32-yard line. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first half as he takes it to the 35.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Williams going to throw it on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Second down, it's Williams. And the work is close to a first down, leading just a tad short.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, like this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
They'll try to run for it. And Swift.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on fourth down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from a shotgun, it's Williams. That's his shot at DJ Moore. And he'll take this one in. DJ Moore. Touchdown Bears. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and trouble on this extra point. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring it down just shy of the 30-yard line. First down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And he is going to score.
Man, that shit was crazy. I ain't know I can accept that motherfucker.
That's not as bad as it could possibly get, but really one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. The Bears are in the lead by the score 13-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Detroit.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Goff to throw. Huge mistake.
Let's go.
And the offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
What is up? Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Rolling on, they got to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. The Lions all their first time out. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, that's caught by Moore. The Bears will use those overtime outs here. As the clock stops 21 seconds to go until that time.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his second.
Another nigga running, man.
Secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is
Oh, man, gotta hold on to the ball.
no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
For the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will tag on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll go play action with Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Oh, and I get the ball back.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Williams. Pass to the right side and incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's second down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
They will run it over center with Swift. He'll borrow his way forward for a couple. It was Tarion Arnold there to make the play.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On third down, it's Williams. That's a short throw. Pop right for that. 16-yard pickup on that. Good for the Bears' first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force him to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. And they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Give up the middle of six. His defense. This one Higgins down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
A play fake. Now Williams. His ball ran away. That's incomplete. The big tight end pulled to Met, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
Damn, no. Oh, nigga.
And that is incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
Damn.
On fourth down,
Man, I'm doing it good.
to punt for Chicago. Too much legs there. That one's into the end zone for a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Gronk. Into the hands of Brooks Wright. And marked out up at the 34-yard line. First time. They've worked his way all game long. He comes through with the grass and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On set up to throw. He's got a pull over on the left side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. A second down throw from Goff. He couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught downfield by Tassar. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On the handoff, this is good. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On second down, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? And they brought it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. They're going to find someplace to go, but nothing to dominate. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing on second down. That's going to be incomplete as the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Laporta in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. It's gone. That is caught at 3. He's got a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's gone. And he will score. Game on. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Lions will cut it to a 2-point lead. 16-14. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to get this ahead for pickup of 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Biggie Angels! Biggie Angels! Biggie Angels! Tell Billy! Tell Billy!
Another one here. Another one by Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Come on, BG.
3rd and short yardage. Here's Williams. And this is going to be great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Oh my goodness.
Man, what the? Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And the woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I promise you, that is not how they wanted to start this drive, likely to get blown up at the point of attack. There was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Now, clock. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Around here with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 8. Second and 2.
They come up for second and 2. A run with Gibbs. And I don't think he got that right down the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at...
Damn. Oh,
To the end zone.
oh.
Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. Oh, no good. He missed it. That might be a big miss here in a one-score game in the fourth.
Gotta go too.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Safe pick, take it at the top. And he'll be brought down just beyond.
Oh, I got something happening to me.
Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go.
And they'll bring down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun is Williams. Open man, that's Williams. And he'll take this down inside the 35.
17 more yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Williams to the air once more. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. They get another 17. Back-to-back plays of 17 yards. And another first down. They still have all three timeouts. Here we go with first and 10. Here's Williams. That's a short one caught by Loveland. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Chicago. they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to lead him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Now Williams entering the proper route. Work to the end zone and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And it's going to bring it to third and goal.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff, out to his right. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that could be the day.
That few way.
And the Bears have just about sewn up this ball.
GG, man.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers kicking
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And a good return as he stops just shy of the 30-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. That is incomplete. Jackson now. The hook up on the right side of Hopkins. They wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
Come on, man, that gotta be simple, bro. Hey.
Clearly, something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll try and throw with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now run, it's Kenneth Walker. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
they run again to Walker. And running real hard to come by here. He gets it down to 8. This is second and 8. And Darnold's going to change the play.
At the Ravens' 8-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Darnold. And this throw incomplete. That time it's going to lead to third down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Darnold down to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone. Let's see that touchdown. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going down inside the 4 to 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they gave up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
They go play action with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Having that corner is working something yet, but ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Now it's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. There'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He'll try to do it himself. Boy, a real head scratcher there.
Mama ate him up. Ain't nothing in there. Hey, go on. Yeah. Mama ate him. Mama ate him up. Mommy fat. Mommy fat. But you can go ahead and go back if you're in a rush to go. 'Cause, I got to make sure she all the way up for her. But if you want to go and go to your mother's house or somewhere, you can go and go. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I got I'm watching today.
I got basketball in the washer, and I gotta wash floors too. So.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you whenever you get through washing theirs.
Yard line, 23-yard line.
Scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now Jones. This is the blitz out of Pierce. Back to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Up from there, here's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to line up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing Jones. Intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they get a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now they'll tuck this and run. It might be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. first in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense at the line and set to go. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is. And their goal right now is to go back out on the field and calm drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. With the middle of the field, he's down the incomplete. And he's going to have a gross first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's how you shake up the interception. You throw him the opening drive, come back and throw another strike, and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, they drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Finds his big tight end, Noel Cox. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him going and communicating where he is and passing him off to each defense. And then making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
On 4th down, Jones. That's taken in. There's their tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. How about them lining up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempts and keeping the drive alive?
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Yeah, they get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10. Yeah. Jones going to change it up here. Back to throw now, 2nd and 10. That's to his tight ends in a row. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
A gift from Taylor running right side. And they get this down inside the 15, even 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing that route incomplete. That's Roy. And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short routes that are being run against them.
Nothing doing there. They're going to line up running it at the 2.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Ravens 2-yard line.
Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown Indianapolis.
And then you have to love about Jonathan Taylor. He's a shifty speed guy most of the time when he hit the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down there and goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stay on the sideline and watch their opponent after a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you have to reset the truth. And you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they got their touchdown answered by driving double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
It's second and inches.
Jackson.
49-yard line.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Carter, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They give it to Taylor out of the gun. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Second down in the yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down and goal to go.
Now Jones wants to change it up.
possession, the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And able to get this out to 25. At the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They're looking deep for Flowers. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javarius Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. And plenty more to see after the break. A one-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set at the line for this next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they got 2 possible turnovers.
I think he laid it out there perfectly. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break, and you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, will be very tough to climb back in the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Kicks away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of the second half.
This drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Jones. Operating from the gun. Got his man, it's one. And a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And it wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what he's saying there.
49 yards rushing for the a touchdown runs to boot. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient, find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Jones. A short one there caught by Warren. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Colts are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Juice and ambitious effort, but is well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, 1st and 3 and 2nd down. Throws Jackson. And here we go as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The approach he's driving a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up. They're trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for the day, running up the 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. First down carry for Logan. And he takes it. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Hugh. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down on the scrimmage. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass on the crossing runs complete. This is Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things you hear all week in practice.
Rashad Bateman, 26 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me to that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point splits the upwards. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
19 Tiger.
To throw is Jones. A short run clock in the room. And he's taken down over the slip across the 35. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's complete to Pierce. You got the big lead defensively. Really getting that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jones. Delivers a roll to Pierce. And he'll be taken down by number 4. He works it past the 50. Jones looking to change the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a row, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot, and he's have to run extra plays.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not he can do there. He winds up giving the ball away.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Jackson's going to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
And the throw is going to be incomplete.
Slipped up defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
GG, man. GG.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Loose at the 40, inside the 20. J.K. Dobbins, 72 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it, 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Well, now how about this return? Well, a pretty solid return. Nearly runs at the 35. We'll mark it there officially at the 34. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 34. First run now for Kyrie Williams. And Williams up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it's a 40-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. It's a Rams first down on the pickup of 10. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we might give up some points in this game, so everyone's has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there's double coverage out there, but that didn't stop him at all.
Picked up by Pat Surtain. I'll tell you what, credit is due there in preventing the touchdown. next as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This one started, and we are underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Start that they were hoping to avoid a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that. Inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. An interception earlier. They may rethink how they go about attacking.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Will sack is thrown to the check down. He's on a touchdown right at the line of scrimmage.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That is put in by Dalvin Kelsey. It's a game of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And the key number on that play, don't play the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a tough slide. Maybe a yard. Stop short of the 45.
They suspected it was a power play. The middle coming out. And boy, were they hit right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is and this is going to be on 1st down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And it's Strays for Chicago. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that gas over there, boy.
Again, it's Pacheco. He will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Touchdown run. And the Chiefs post the first points in the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Make a life formation. Fullback leads. Wait for the touchdown, sort of a lost start, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gained an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And of course on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? No open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Hardy. And a push forward to the 37, lead 2. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing Nix. And this one completed into Mims. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Nix. To the left side, complete to Tolman. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Looking to throw. Nix. Pressure now. It's going to go down. Sack back around the 8th. There's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. It's surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Russ to kick it off. Happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They got 29 yards that time.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. This one completed for She Rice. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Intercepted. Picked up by Pasadena. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, they run it up the line.
your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing them out of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Good return up past the 30. A very good start of field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're running backs down and give them more opportunities, and I guarantee you that they'll get their locking for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now on the screen, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for goal, it's intercepted. Picked up by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football over the drive.
Let's fucking go.
Take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind.
Hey, bro.
This game, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Come on, man. And then in Chicago.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico and partner Greg Olson set 35, it's 1st and 10. First one of the game here for the Andre Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's running on the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's the Michigan man, Winston Lovely. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
49-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Swift. He's moving it away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Williams. Forced out wide. He's going to run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
We got Hornets.
To throw, it's Williams. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Say, bro.
Dunte, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. And now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
You can't be the right quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They hold it over center with Smith. And some space open as he brought down. Following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Come on.
Play fake. Now Williams.
Come on, man.
Receiver and incomplete.
Not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
3rd and short yardage. Here's Williams. Throwing on his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. On now is Carlos Santos for the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Kirk is the motion man. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. Lots of space, past the 45. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 37-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon. 31 yards. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Look at the three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Okay.
They'll go right back to Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Heard that ball.
14 on the pickup. First down for Houston.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. When you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for them.
6-yard pickup. Brings up second and 4 at the 16-yard.
Second down throw for Stroud. Left side into the hands of Pollard. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
That's another
Kirk is the motion man.
a gain of 5. First down, Texans.
Now Mixon. And this one there on first down is getting 8. 72. They'll run with Chubb. And this one ruined quickly. Taken back to the 5-yard line.
Almost 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. To the goal line and in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Texans. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points. Outside the play call. But something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of this space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Open man, that's Luther Burton. And he'll be brought down to no footing and this all the way up near midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Incomplete. Oh, it was football in there. Good. They'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on second down, Williams. Passes at DJ Moore. And he'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Thrown again, it's Williams. That's a short one, caught by Lewis. 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
To throw is Williams. On the move left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of his first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. They'll try and throw. Here's Williams. And he's in. Wilson lovely. Down Chicago.
We spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive that ended the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. Might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Now Carlos Santos to add the point after. His kick is good, and the Bears open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. His first half looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Here we go. Hey, team,
and they'll let that run over play. Instead of taking a knee, take this out into the locker room. So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go. The second half is underway. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, here's Stroud. This goes the tight end back, Dalton Schultz. And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And
Be there for 15. It's good for Texans. First down.
third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Battling downfield, but they cannot get it. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll bring up second down. stay on the ground with Chuck. They look forward for a couple. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's 3rd and 7.
All right. 19.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. And he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. 3rd down. I focused Greg was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
That's going to be incomplete. That was a tough grasp. The collision turned it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake. That ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. Williams going to throw it on first down. He couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's down on the other side of midfield, mark him at the 48-yard line.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Quick smash, hot on forward.
Big quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got one free left side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch for the last time they had the football. Here, he's got the first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he searches for it. No gain on the ball.
The 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the shotgun is Williams. And he's caught the 3. And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
So often these defenses come into the game like when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it to the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Houston.
18. Lights on me.
At the throw, Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. It turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. second and 10.
Here we go. Hey, King, what's that?
On the ground, it's Mixon as we begin the fourth quarter. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 16 yards. First down for Houston.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
12 more yards on him there, and another first down.
We're starting to see a factor right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll run with Mixon. And they mark down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. They'll run here. Only a yard there. After main 5. Here comes second and goal. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So now, playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10.
What is up?
Throwing is Williams. That's to the tight end, Loveland. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Whiskey!
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here comes second down.
What is up?
They'll drop the throw. Ryan on the tight end, full commit. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Left side by Dunze.
So you have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Third and short yardage. Here's Williams. Taking off and trying to get it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up first down. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage and fully catch. But give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second catch of the drive is one good for 15 and a first down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. Still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Here's Swift. Open space inside the 10. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they are taking the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. What a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Incomplete. They try for two, and it does not pay out.
Texans 18.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Tremont Smith on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Texans lead on first and 10.
This is first and 10. The throw is Stroud. Now deep ball here for Collins. He's got it. He's going to go all the way. Oh, that's some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Lucky ass motherfucker.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have
That shit was on that shit. That one real. I don't know how the fuck
and
they.
they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out.
GG though.
That play is the game winner.
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for two. Mixon gonna try and run it, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over. Here's first down. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be intercepted. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the
Chat, y'all seen that shit?
And the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team.
That shit was crazy work.
That'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.